I'm actually going to lead us in a yoga breathing practice that is hopefully going to get us a little more zealous today. And I have a real fondness also of sharing the breathing practices because they're not always, you always see people wrapping their legs around their head on yoga magazines. Well, we don't do that here. But this practice is actually called, this breathing practice is called, I'm going to do two things. We're going to do a breathing practice, and then we're going to do a quick acupressure stimulation of the base of the brain. So this is called the bellows breath, And all of us in this room are of a certain age to remember bellows probably when you had the bellows by the fireplace. Well, what does that do? It adds oxygen to the flame, which, yes. So I want you to do this very gently because this is a more deep breathing practice, and I don't want anybody passing out on us in here today. Let me demonstrate it, and I want you to do it, moderately today, unless you're a real practiced breather, and then go for it. So the bellows breath is an even breathing technique. The inhale and the exhale are basically the same force, the same emphasis. And we're going to add our arms with this to pump a little bit. So let me demonstrate before you join me, because we're going to do, I would invite you to stand up if you can stand. If not, just stay right where you are. Please, either way. But standing is going to bring us a little more into our body because our feet are going to be nice and connected to the earth. So here's the demonstration. As we inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. And as we exhale, we just curl them into little fists and bring them down. So one more demonstration. Now stop. Now, look around, be careful you don't hit your neighbor. We're going to go forward. We're going to inhale out and back. And another, up and down. Three more, forward and back. And stop. And sit down, please. Now, you might feel slightly lightheaded, but I hope you feel a little more awake and alive. Conscious deep breathing is one of the most amazing tools for changing our chemistry and our attitude and our thoughts. It's right there. It's right there. Just do it with a little common sense. But if you really get practiced at this, you're going to start going, and you're not going to pass out. So you can fan your flame. We always start gently and easily, and then we work up to deeper breathing. It's really going to wake you up a little bit. Okay, thank you for that. Y'all are great breathers. I could hear it. We were all in synchrony, synchronized breathing. It was wonderful. So the second offering to embody this quality of zeal today is something I offered in the acupressure workshop that I did a few months ago. And I'm going to have us take our thumbs, and I'm going to turn around. What we're going to do is there's right on either side of the spinal column, which ends at the medulla oblongata. It sits right on top of it. There's little hollows at the base of your skull. If you just put your thumbs there, you can feel those little soft spots just under the base of the skull. Put your thumbs there. Let your fingers rest on the back of your head. Okay, got that? Now, inhale, doing nothing. And as you exhale, just gently tip your head back into the pressure of your thumbs. We're not really forcing, we're just letting the head press into the thumbs, and that puts a little bit of activating pressure in these two little hollows. And then just breathe normally. And tip your head up forward again and release your hands. Great. Now, real quick, I always look at Nancy when I talk about Chinese medicine. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I hope Nancy approves of what I say. But anyway, these are called, in my acupressure book, gates of consciousness. Gates of consciousness. And think about that. Think about the medulla sitting right on top of the spinal column where the energy flows up and down our chakras. And when you're doing this, you're actually putting a little activating pressure into those points. And when you release, you've got this energetic flow. It's almost like cutting off the flow so that when you open the gate, the energy can flow right on through. Okay, thank you very much.